Hi friends, I'm Felicia. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my birthday. I am 32, so I don't know what to say about that. I'm 32. I'm okay with it. It doesn't upset me that I'm aging. So far, my 30s have been better than my early 20s, for sure. Yeah. I'm having a good time. It's fine. Except, like the pandemic, but we won't talk about that. So, anyways, I wasn't going to edit this video, so I need to stop dilly-dallying. But yeah, so today I want to do the Over 30 book tag, which was created by Emily. I think it's Emily at Ink Not Blood. And this tag made its rounds last year. And I wanted to do it around my birthday last year, but then I didn't get around to it. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah, so I'm just going to get into it. So the first question, or the first prompt, is to name one of your favorite books that has a protagonist who is 30 years old or older. So for that one, I'm going to pick The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. This is one of my all-time favorite books. This is probably the book that I have read the most in my life. Yeah, I've read it many times. Yeah. Should I show you? This is my other this is not my original copy. This is my new bind-up copy. This has all of the books, plus a couple short stories. So this is that, but then I have, this is my original set, and I don't know, can you tell how well loved they have been? They have been read many times by me and other people, and I used to keep a tally at the front. I'm not sure how in focus that's going to be, but I have read this book at least 7 times. It's probably up at 9 already at this point. So yeah, and I've lent these books out. My poor third book is like literally falling apart. There's pages that I've taped back in, but anyways, so I would say this is one of my favorite books. Arthur is, I believe he's 30 exactly when the series begins. But yeah, so that's that. Wow, we are moving fast. Okay, the next prompt is to name a book that represents who you were when you were younger. So for that one, oh, I should have pulled this out already. I am going to pick Angus, Thongs, and Full-Frontal Snogging: The Confessions of Georgia Nicholson, Book 1 by Louise Rennison. If you've been watching my videos lately, you've heard me talk about this book a lot because I've been reading a companion series. And these books were really important to me when I was probably 13, 14, probably 14. When was this book even published? 99. Okay, I did not start reading these in 99. But yeah, I grew up reading these, checking them out from the library and reading through them all the time. And then I eventually started actually buying these books when they were coming out. So it was like the last 3 or 4 books that I bought by myself when they came out. And I just absolutely have such fond memories of this book. And like my sister was reading them, our friends were reading them. My sister and I are only a year apart, and we had like all the same friends. So yeah, so we would read these books and talk about them, and it was just really, it was a really good time. I have very fond memories of these books, so that's that. The next question, or the next prompt, I don't know why I say question, it's not a question, it's a prompt. The next prompt is to name a book that represents where you are in your life right now. And so I wasn't quite sure how to interpret that prompt, but I ended up picking Home from the Vinyl Cafe by Stuart McLean. This is the second book in this series, but they don't really need to be read in order. And this is the first one that has only stories featuring Dave and Morley and their community. The first book has stories of other people, which is weird. But yeah, and where I am in my life right now is I'm very focused on home and my family, and my husband and I are hoping to start a family eventually, someday. And yeah, that's just kind of where we are. These books are very cozy, these stories. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Vinyl Cafe, I should not take that for granted because you might not be Canadian. Stuart McLean did a radio show on the CBC radio, and he would tell these stories about this couple. Their names are Dave and Morley, and they live in a suburb of Toronto, and they live there with their 2 kids, Stephanie and Sam. And Stephanie and Sam are quite young. I think Sam's like only 7-ish around the time that this books start. But you see them grow up. I still have quite a few more books to read, so I don't know if they actually stop aging at some point or what. But like Stephanie's in high school, and then she ends up going to college and stuff, university. So you see them grow up, and it's just about their interactions with their neighbors and people in their community. And sometimes we get stories of people that are connected to them. So there's like a story that doesn't really have anything to do with Dave, but it's about his mom. But we still hear from Dave, and things like that. So I am just in love with these books. I love them so much. They bring a lot of joy to my heart, and they definitely feel like coming home every time I read them. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, the fourth prompt is to name a book that represents something that has never changed about you. And that is this book, Love. I chose this because that has never changed about me. I will insert a picture of a wee little me with books surrounding me. Like, that was common. My mom has taken several pictures of me like that in my childhood. But yeah, this is Book Love by Debbie Tung, and you've probably seen her comics on Instagram. And it's just little comics like this about like 1-page situations, book lover problems, and it's wonderful and relatable. The 5th prompt is to name one of your favorite classics, and you might be surprised because I'm going to hold up Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. Yes, this is my 2nd favorite Austen. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite because I am kind of basic, but this is my 2nd favorite because it's wonderful. I love it. We follow a girl named Catherine. She goes to, where does she go? Bath. And where else would they go? She goes to Bath, and she has a very active imagination, and she just kind of imagines herself as the heroine of a novel, a gothic novel, when she's not really living in a gothic novel. So it's very funny. I absolutely love this, and so this is one of my favorite classics. And then the last prompt is to name a book that you like or would like to read that was published the year you were born. And so I was born in 1988, if you hadn't done the math already. And the book that I chose for that is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I have not read this book, but I would like to. I hear only good things about it, and I think that I would like it. I don't even know what it's about, but it sounds good. So that's my answer for that. And as a bonus, when I was pulling my books together, I want to show you this book that I read when I was a kid that I just happened to have in my house because I want to fix it. And so this book is called The Treasure Tree. It's by John and Cindy Trent and Gary and Norma Smalley, and illustrated by Judy Love. If you've heard of this book, please tell me. And if you're familiar with the DISC personality profile, This book is that for kids. Like literally, because the 4 types are DISC, which are, can I get the order right? Lion, otter, golden retriever, beaver, lion, otter. I'm trying to do this in the viewfinder. Golden retriever and beaver. And I never clued into that until like a couple years ago. And I was like, this is the disc. And it even tells you like how to, it has a personality test in the back for your kids. I don't know how I feel about personality tests for kids because their personality is still developing. But yeah, this book was well loved. And my mom asked if I could fix it because I kind of have a hobby of bookbinding. But I have never like fixed a book that's falling apart. But my mom asked if I could fix it so that my nephews could read it. And I've done a little bit of work, but now I actually like taking it apart, and so now I need to glue it back together somehow. But yeah, so this is a book that little Felicia read when she was a wee little one, and this is just a treat. So there you go, that's a bonus for you. Yeah, I won't tag anyone because whatever, if you want to do it, then do. But yeah, I thought this would be a fun thing to do for my birthday. So far I've had a really good birthday. I have had the day off of work, and I went for lunch with my friend. It was kind of cold, so we just picked up Dairy Queen and sat in her car, which was nice because I haven't seen her in several months. I haven't seen her since the beginning of March. Yeah, and that was nice. And Chris is going to come home after work, and we're going to get some supper from one of my favorite restaurants, and then I think we're just going to have a nice evening at home. I bought a bottle of wine the other day, so we'll crack that open and enjoy it on my birthday. And yeah, it's just been a really nice day. It's been overcast all day, which I really like because I'm that person. I like cloudy days and rainy days and thunderstorms. Like, forget sunny days. So today is nice, and it's only like a high of 13 Celsius, and like last week it was like 25, or just like the other day it was 25, and I was like, this is too hot, and today it's like 13. So that's my sweet spot. The Lord knows it's my birthday present. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope that you have a really good day, and yeah, let me know what some of your answers would be for these questions, even if you don't want to do the tag. I would love to know. So thanks for watching, and until next time, so long, and thanks for all the fish.